that they have surpassed expectations so far. We always talk about ranking teams in the NBA. Well, they have shot up that list real quick.
Well, a lot of people didn't think they had this in them, but whatever their off-season preparation was, it's working.
And the starting lineup for Miami, they've got Davion Mitchell. He's out there with Tyler Hero. Khalil Ware out there with Powell. And it's Jovic in at the 4. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, the tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr. Nicholas Claxton out there with Sharp. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. And while MP is all about team success, he's trying to win his matchup every single night with an eye towards showing that perhaps he's been underrated.
And the NBA is really a game of matchups. Winning yours, and MP's been doing just that. Facing off with similar level players, if you can win those little battles, it's big when it comes to winning games.
Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, BA, it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body, and mentally, it might be even more difficult.
Now here's Ball, coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. From deep, MP. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Inside, here's Hero, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Well, he brings the heat. Hero giving the people what they came to see.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A great addition. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Ball's got 14.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's a 10-point game. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
That was a case of getting too comfortable with a big lead. Even against a lesser team, you can't take anything for granted in this league.
And the Nets with possession here. They're on a 16-6 run. He buries it from 3. He's got 17.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Jovic. Lets the 3 fly. Sharp grabs the miss. Nets leading by 13. Here's MP. Here's Claxton. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. For Brooklyn, Clowney, he's checked in for Claxton. Both teams making substitutions here. The 3. Oh, MP from way out there.
Well, what impresses me is MP's focus. He's not just throwing it up from way out there.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Powell. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Hero in at the 1 spot. Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, BA.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And that's going to send MP to the free throw line. It's on Tyler Hero. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, It spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Takes it in. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. MP's got 25 points.
Readiness is so important, and the moment he saw his opening, MP was ready to attack.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Fires in the triple. Ball's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings played some superb basketball. He scored 64 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff there, Allie. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency. This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now here's Powell. He's got 5. Here's Hero, and that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
So the Nets making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Miami also changing it up. Ware's checked in for Jaquez. Jovic comes in for Norm Powell. And Mitchell subbed in for Beasley. There's Ball with a 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Jovic. Miami moving it around. Wiggins for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Sharp's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And here's MP from outside. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his 3-point shot tonight.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Wiggins. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 5 rebounds in the game. Ball against Hero. MP again! Ball's got 44.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this down.
And so it's Brooklyn with an almost surefire victory here, up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Brooklyn Nets.
This is a finely tuned offense. They're pushing the action while staying disciplined.
Yeah, their scores are in the right places, taking smart shots. The other side, not so much.
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
When I look at the Nets, they've dominated night after night, the way my teams did. We're the critics they had at the beginning of the season. Poof, skies have disappeared. I wish you would disappear, Kenny.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And there was Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game. He's been everywhere.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And Stan, the importance of team chemistry. Why is it so hard to win without it?
Well, look, Brian, it's not just talent. The talent has to fit together. Guys have to complement each other. Sometimes you see teams where you've got two really talented guys or three really talented guys, but their games are the same. That won't work. You need complementary talent. And when you have it, things come together quickly.
The tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr. Sharp out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Ball in at the point. So that's the Nets 5. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
MP against Hero. Takes one from 10 feet. Here's Ware. And he dunks it down.
Nice pass by Hero. He is a highly skilled player.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. And for Tyler Hero, people immediately think of the shooting, but there's much more to his game, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., look, he's much improved as a playmaker. As a rookie, he only averaged about 2 assists. But last year, I think he was over 5, and he gives a consistent effort at the defensive end of the floor.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Down low. Here's Ware. And that one is hammered home.
Smart right there by the vet. Good to see pals share the wealth like this.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. He got it again! Sensational!
Well, he's been firing on all cylinders, and the defense just helpless to keep up.
And this gives him the third most 50-point games in league history. That's some elite company.
Yeah, sitting between Jordan and Kobe. And when those are your peers, you're doing all right.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you.
He's finding that balance. Okay, Allie, good stuff. There's the 3. Sinks the tray. Jovic has got 6 points in the quarter.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
There's Ball with a 3, and the three-pointer goes.
Whoa, MP says, "I got this." Answering the call with a triple.
Outside Mitchell. From the arc. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Kept alive. Sharp. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Hero, the pass to Jovic. Outside for Mitchell. The 3. Claxton with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Sharp. Here's Thomas for three. Gets the three to fall. Thomas has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, if Thomas is playing off the ball, he's probably going to shoot it once he gets the rock.
To the inside. Here's Jovic. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's MP. And they pick up 2. MP's got 56 in the game.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And guys, they have to keep it simple. Just keep feeding MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And Ball gets it to go.
Nice looking 3-ball by MP. Proving he can hurt you from downtown.
Here's Hero. Dumps it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc. Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Nets out in front, running away with it. And we'll return short. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Let's get this next bucket. We got to put together a string right now.
For Brooklyn. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Ware's checked in for Jaquez. Jovic comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Mitchell's checked in for Larson. And Tyler Hero subbed in for Beasley. Oh, he tries a 3. And MP good for 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Tyler Hero is out there with Davion Mitchell. Then there's Powell, then there's Khalil Ware, and it's Jovic in at the power forward position. It's good.
Well, this team relies on Hero's offensive production, and tonight he has delivered.
Here's MP. Miami grabs the miss.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Now here's Hero. Defense is right there.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And he lays it up and in. 67 points for MP.
I like how assertive MP is down there. No question that he's got the skills to score in the paint.
Back to Powell. Fires the 3. Wilson grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
There's Ball with a 3. Powell pulls it in. The Heat have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Outside Mitchell. Kicks it to Hero. Miami moving it around. And it's Mitchell, that time on the assist by Hero.
Hero keeping the defense guessing.
1:35 left in the fourth. Pass to Ball. He shoots a 3. Yet another bucket.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Miami has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says, and a great win for the Nets.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
And here's MP from outside. Buries it from 3.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
32 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Powell passes to Hero. Clowney pulls it in.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
MP up top. Powell covers. MP no good.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Okay, all right. It's not. I think it's funny, I do, but you're putting the team in a weird spot. Now everybody's got to answer questions about you. It's kind of a distraction for us.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just hard for me to see people talk about you like that.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot of idiots out there, okay? When they get an NBA player's mom to respond on social, it's like literally the greatest moment of their lives. And now that I'm at this level, we just can't give them the satisfaction.
Well, they should be embarrassed then.
They should, but they're not. Okay, so listen, if you're not gonna stay off social, then you gotta ignore them. I mean, isn't that what you taught me growing up anyway?
Sounds like something your father would say. I taught you to hit back twice as hard so they don't try you again.
That only works in real life, Ma. The more you engage with these internet trolls, the more of them climb out of their little holes and they attach to you.
Okay, I hear you. I won't go on social anymore. Hey, I'll even delete my account if that'll make you happy.
Hey, that'd be great.
Then consider it done. I love you, MP.
I love you too, Ma. Talk soon.
Good game, MP.
just emphasizes the red.
Got any pictures?
No, it wasn't my trick. I mean,
Thought maybe a snapshot.
photos of his photos? Who do that?
I've got some of my sister's trip to Mexico.
Photos of photos?
Oh, yeah, off her phone. I owe him a lot of them.
You know what? I'll try to sincerely stand for badges, okay?
So everyone that's supposed to be here has one?
Yes. Kids too? Everyone.
Is it okay for us to ask them if we don't see one?
Absolutely. Also, just be sure that no one's feet are getting in the walkway or court area as the night goes on. Okay? That almost feels it, though. I'm not...
Designed by local students in the area, each basketball has one of all limited edition designs. You don't want to miss out. With this next game, you can get one too. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're recommending any topic that needs to be addressed, please text the word NEXT along with your issue and superstition to 555. The relations team will respond immediately.
Coming up next, the Nets taking on the Raptors. For the Nets, a standout first half of the season has them in first place in the East, a position they don't want to. And although it's still early in the season, Greg, what kinds of storylines have caught your attention so far?
How the All-Star voting is shaping up. All-Star appearances are mentioned on a player's resume, especially when they retire. So these guys want to be one as many times as possible.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Then it's Ingram. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's Shed in at the 1. The 3 from MP. Down the 3 ball.
And that shows the skill level of MP. The pull-up is a tough shot to master.
Here's Shed. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Shed's got his second bucket of the game to go. And here's Balls. He'll bring it up for the Nets. This team is firing on all cylinders, with the win streak tying the Heat's 2013 record of 27 wins. How many more wins will they be able to string together?
And we're looking at a team that has proven they can win against anyone in this league, even given a variety of factors. It's maybe going out on a stretch to say they've reached an all-time great status. But hey, there's an argument for it.
And RJ, you played 7 seasons in a Nets uniform, the most with any of your teams.
Yeah, it was a great way to start my career consistently in the playoff picture. It was really the most sustained success that the franchise has enjoyed.
There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ball's got 10 points in the game.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Ingram against Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Shed. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And here's MP for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to Pirtle. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. To the inside. Shed got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
I like how Pirtle set up his teammate where he can do something with it.
Nets leading by 5. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Heat had a huge game. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Great stuff, Allie. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
There's Ball with the 3. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Wilson, he's checked in for the Nets. And then for Toronto, Abaji's checked in. And it's Walter in for Dick. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Ingram. Pulls from the top of the key. And it's good. 2 points.
And known for the jump shot, Ingram needs to keep firing away with confidence from that spot.
1:10 left to play in the first quarter. And here's MP for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Demon, he's checked in for Ball. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Shed. He's covered by Ball. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. So for Toronto right now, you've got Brandon Ingram, and it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5 down low. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Pass to Murray Boyle. For 3, Ingram. A 3-pointer is right on target. Ingram's got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Shed, that's good. 10 points for him.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
A 3 from MP. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Ingram outside. Inside. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Sharp comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Thomas subbed in for Martin. In the corner, it's Ingram. Pass to Shed. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for Brooklyn.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. Ball from long range. Hits it from three-point range. MP's got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn. Barnes down low. A rebound by the Nets. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Pass to Shed. Will it go? Clowney pulls it in.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Drains it from beyond the arc. MP's got 42 in the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. .43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And again, no good by Toronto.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Gotta love the control Ingram has with the basketball.
MP passes to Porter. Back to MP. All three off the mark. Pass to Shed. Beyond the arc. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Shed's got 6 here in this quarter. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. They'll get you back to the action after this break.
You know who's having a great time watching these guys launch it from downtown? Me. You know who's not? Wilt Chamberlain over there.
Yeah, I don't even want to look in his direction. And let's move on to the Eastern Conference standings. The true contenders are beginning to stand out.
When I look at Brooklyn, they've dominated night after night, the way my teams did. Where are the critics they had at the beginning of the season? Skies have disappeared. Wish you would disappear, Kenny.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Thomas on the wing, he's joined by Porter. Then it's Sharp. Then it's MP. And it's Clowney in at the 4 slot. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Raptors trail by 18. Barnes outside. Ingram outside. And again, Toronto with the triple.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
A 3 from MP. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And the dunk by Pirtle.
It seems like Jakob is always ready to attack the rim. He found a nice opening that time.
Deep 2 from Ball. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
3-pointer, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Barnes, bounce pass to the middle. Here's Shed. And the rejection by MP.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy. How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points. This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Pass to Dick. And they get it. And the 3 ball is good. Dick's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
From beyond the arc. Good. Another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that 3-point shot.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Let's go, everyone.
And Brooklyn making a change. Wilson's checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Walter, he's checked in for Ingram. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Over in the corner, Barnes. Toronto working the ball around now. Five to shoot. It's hauled in by Thomas.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Richard Cam Thomas has been criticized for his shot selection at times, but the guy can flat out score.
Oh, he's a walking bucket, and to his credit, he works on taking these difficult shots because he knows that is a valuable skill in this league.
Outside, Ball. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Pass to Pirtle. Here's Dick. Over Wilson. And there's Dick. That's good on the assist by Pirtle. Dick's got 5 now.
So much balance when Dick's in the air. Always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And it's Shed missing. Pass to Clowney. The three from MP. Good, another from three.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Here's Dick. Back to Barnes. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 19-5 run. Here's MP. From down in the low post, it goes.
And MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding him and feeding him.
Here's Shed. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 5 rebounds tonight. The three from MP. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the fourth.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter. But in for the Nets. 3 from the inbound, and yet another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
This young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Then there's Dick. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Shed in at the 1 spot. Here's Ball. Toronto grabs the miss. Ingram outside. Barnes outside. Pass to Shed. And the 3 off target. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
How about the confidence right there by young MP just stepping right into that 3.
And stolen by MP. Here's Claxton. Ball finds Claxton.
Last 2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
MP inside. And he makes that 1. Ball's got 8 points here in this quarter.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
Ingram outside. GA in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective. And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-6 run.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
And I love his tenacity at the defensive end on the floor. Very disruptive all game long.
Traps in the tray.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
No good on the shot. Wilson against Ingram. Pass to Shed. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
Unbelievable effort by you tonight, MP. Disruptions, deflections, interceptions. You were wreaking havoc. Do you feel in the zone?
I felt ready. You know, we watched a ton of film on these guys between our coaches' prep work and my teammates' communication. It can look easy, but that's all hard work going on behind the scenes.
Well, it paid off tonight, MP. Well done.
Yeah, it was supposed to, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. And that about wraps it up. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and